Sit down here.
All right. Hi guys, I'm Grant Savage, and this summer I worked in a lab working with magnetics. And what we did is we had magnetic particles and magnetic fields, and we would control these really small particles by changing the fields. So if you've ever played with magnets, you basically know what we were doing. If you have a North Pole and a North Pole together, they'll repel. But if you have a North Pole and a South Pole, they'll attract. And we used that relationship to move these particles wherever we wanted to on basically a screen. So the difference between what you guys do for fun and what we did is we work on a much, much smaller scale. So you all know how big a meter is, right? Like you hold your hands out, maybe that big, maybe not quite. So, and then you all know what a centimeter is, right? It's 100th of a meter, and that's about the size of my fingernail, this finger, no others. So, the fingernail is 25,000 times bigger than the wires we were using, and about 10,000 times bigger than the particles we were moving with these wires. So, think about that. If it's too much to fathom, a piece of paper, the width of this piece of paper is about 100 nanometers, and our wires were 400 nanometers. So, or not 100, sorry, 100,000 nanometers. Our wires were 400 nanometers, so considerably smaller. So why do we care? Like, what does it matter that we can move these really small particles? Well, can't see it, can't feel it, but it makes a big difference. So what we're doing in the lab is we are actually creating these antibodies that are magnetically charged. Does anyone know what an antibody is? Yeah, okay, someone does. Basically, normally they're bad, and your body attacks them with T cells. So we're creating magnetically charged antibodies, and then we put them in a bunch of cells that contain T cells, and these T cells attack the antibodies and absorb them. And once they've absorbed them, now the T cells are magnetically charged, and we can control the T cells with our electrical fields. So, once again, why do you care? You care because at this point, we can move the T cells out of the bath of cells it already is in, and isolate the T cells from all the other cells. And there is no efficient way to do this at this time. So this is new, it's never been done before, this is cheap, and it's quick. So with this, cancer research can be sped up, all different types of research. So, sorry. So, that was my project. My project was making the electrical equipment that controlled the magnetic fields. It was a great time. I made a few friends, maybe not all of them, but
Are you looking at me?
I would return, and I would recommend anyone who is thinking about engineering or research to get involved when they're young. Yeah, that's about it. Any questions? No.
Okay, great job.